Sports. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Mac Jones and the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Jones looking to throw right away. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll try and run for it without him. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 14 carries, 72 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Jones. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagle 16. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Operating from the gun, Jones. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They're going to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. But 1st down, Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jones. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Roberts, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. Up the middle they go. It's Roberts, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Second and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 44, Jones. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's got it at the 15. And This almost gets to the 10.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Smith, the man in motion left. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Play action. Here's Hurts rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On second down, it's Roberts. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, this is Roberts. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
so not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Roberts. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. He'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. His career already story just keeps getting better. That last carry, CD, he hit 14,000 career rushing yards.
Think about the accumulation of this yardage like you're going upstairs. Now he's at the doorstep of the top 5 all-time in NFL history in rushing yards.
Unbelievable. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A lot of of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Jones now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Second and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Jordan Davis gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And that will keep the lead at 8. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. On second down and 4. Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Up the middle they go. Roberts. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll go down at the 28.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines and all of a sudden.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that challenge, a successful one.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. In motion left goes Smith.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant here to Smith. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 15 now. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Cowboys down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Jones, and they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Here's Jones. Finding Kelsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Jones. Looking left sideline, it's complete. To throw is Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Jones. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back to throw again. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Philadelphia,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.